The Baltimore Ravens. Chris, I'll give you the option here. Because you know I'm always a glass half full guy. But there are some negatives to discuss.
I would say there's several.
Do you want the reasons for concern or the reasons to not be concerned?
Oh, come on. Bad news first,
okay,
obviously.
Bad news first. They got dominated on the line of scrimmage. That just doesn't happen. They gave up 224 rushing yards. That doesn't happen. They gave up multiple touchdown drives of over 95 yards. That's never happened in the Ravens' history. Never. First time since at least 2001 they allowed even a single touchdown drive of that length at home. They just don't do it. The last running back to run for over 70 yards on one single carry was Miles Sanders of the Eagles.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay, so we're not even the Carolina Miles Sanders. They just don't do. They don't do what we just saw. They have given up 96 points through the first 3 games this season. That is the most in the history of the franchise. And the 2021 team gave up 85 points. That's the record that this team just broke for its franchise. They went 8-9, missed the playoffs. In 2015, they gave up 84 points in the first 3 games of the season. And they went 5-11 and missed the playoffs. On the other side, they normally, remember they ran it for a gajillion games in a row for 100 yards rushing. They just had back-to-back games where they didn't run it for 100 yards. And it's the first time since doing it in 3 consecutive games in 2018. Only 2 games with fewer than 100 rush yards in the previous 3 seasons combined, and they just did it in the first 3 games this year. And the same thing goes with Derrick Henry in terms of fumbling the football. These things don't happen for them. You just don't. 3 fumbles for Derrick Henry in 3 games? So, yeah, they can't stop it and they can't run it through the first 3 games of this season. But there's one particular, aspect of it that as you're watching Lamar sacked 7 times, John Harbaugh brought up at the in the post-game podium.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to give you the biggest problem. The biggest problem is we didn't play good run defense. We didn't, as a defense complete, we didn't do it. And that's not going to be good enough. There's nobody in that locker room that thinks that's good enough. That's disappointing. That's bad run defense. And that's not who we are. It cannot be who we are. It's not going to be good enough. It's not going to be acceptable. And it's got to be better.
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. The Derrick Henry thing I can't get. In the last 2 years, 2023 and 2024, 3 fumbles on 652 touches. This year, 3 fumbles on 43 touches, including 2 in the fourth quarter. That's never happened to him in the same season. And it's already happened in the first 3 games.
Thanks.
Fumbles in the fourth quarter. He was beside himself. I remember once upon a time when I covered the Rose Bowl in my senior year, Bo Schembechler, and his last game as head coach of the University of Michigan Wolverines, faked a punt in the Rose Bowl with 3 minutes and change to go, I think. And it worked. And then it got called back on a holding penalty. And he got so pissed, he took his headset off and threw it down on the ground and got 15 yards for it. He threw it down so hard he nearly fell over. And Derrick Henry, when he took his helmet off last night, slammed it on the bench to put it up, and he nearly fell over.
Yeah.
And he's beside himself. So he was nearly falling over himself, and then after the game, he is beside himself.
Yeah, I'm my worst critic, so I'm gonna watch the film. I continue to watch it. I know we got a short week, but it's just crazy. Man. 3 fumbles straight. Trying every day to fix a problem. Just keeps occurring. So I'm trying to work on it, man. I'm my worst critic, so I'm not gonna try to beat myself up too much, but it's hard not to when it's consecutive and consistent and me doing the same thing.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
3 straight games of the fumble is tied for the longest streak of his career. He's the only running back in the NFL to fumble in all 3 games of 2025. It's crazy what's happening there. Zay Flowers got wiped out by the Lions last night. If you had Zay Flowers in fantasy and needed him to do something last night, you lost. That sounds very Warner Wolf-like.
Yes.
That's the bad.
It's not like the Derrick Henry fumbles are like Ramondre Stevenson, where he's just
No.
like, blah, 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 blah. Like these are
No,
legit amazing defensive plays to knock the ball
I
loose
get it.
from
I
this
know.
guy.
Aiden
Like,
Hutchinson last night came from behind him. So
and I'm not too worried about Derrick Henry, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not. Now here comes the glass half full.
Okay, good.
Okay. Rob, Ravens fans, this segment's for you. Well, this portion of the segment.
First half of the segment, maybe not so much.
Now let's fill the glass up, right?
Yep.
I'm not going to go high register here. The 1-2 start, same as last year.
Oh,
You don't have them last year. 12-5 won the division. You take a look. The Steelers are not beating the world right now. The Browns' defense is doing well, but I don't think they're a threat. And the Bengals, even though I believe Jake Browning is going to be okay so far, my take, it's still my first take, okay? It may have cost me future appearances on First Take if I'm bringing such takes to the program.
Last take.
I was like, hey, it's not my last take. How dare you? You be quiet. Just telling my sound engineer to shut up. But you're not, I mean, you concerned about the Ravens still not being the best team in the division? Not me. Certainly not when they've got Lamar Jackson. 9 passing touchdowns and 0 interceptions in the first 3 games of this season. And he's the 6th quarterback to do that in the first 3 games of a season. All time. All time. And he's got 2 or more passing touchdowns and a 90 or better passer rating in 11 straight games, including the playoffs. He's 1 behind Tom Brady, 2 behind Peyton and Phillip Rivers, and 3 behind Aaron Rodgers for the most in the history of the NFL. He's going to have this record so going away, it's not even funny. He's still Lamar Jackson, man.
Not bad for a guy who some thought should be like wide
Please,
receiver, huh?
no doubt. Just one of the dumbest moments in the history of the combine. Just surpassing my idea of maybe I should run a 40-yard dash.
Well, yours turned out to be fantastic.
Well, lucrative for a charitable.
That's great.
21-27 for 288 yards and 3 touchdowns and a passer rating of 148.1 in the loss. I mean, it's his 9th career game with that passer rating that high and 3 or more passing touchdowns. He's remarkable. I'm not worried about that. And the defense at some point is going to have to tighten up.
Especially up the middle.
I got it.
They were just getting served.
They were missing Matabike last night. They're missing Kyle Van Noy as well.
True.
And they took on a team that's fully equipped to exploit it.
And they did.
And this is a crazy stat. This one is nuts. Because of the losing and being 1-2. There's been 47 quarterbacks. Okay? 47 quarterbacks in the history of the NFL with 140 or more passer rating through the first 3 games and have a losing record. Lamar has 2 losses. The other 46 quarterbacks, just the 1 loss. That's it. Can you believe that? Most losses in a season with 140 or more passer rating. 47 quarterbacks. All right. Lost once in that category. Lamar's now lost twice. Look at that. Lamar's got 2 losses in a season with that passer rating. And the 46 other quarterbacks have just the 1 since 1950, which again means people are compiling stats saying we're not going back any further.
We're just stopping.
We're made a point here. Think about that.
Wow.
Now, this sets up quite the week 4 contest. Remember last year, Ravens were in Arrowhead.
We were there.
Chiefs raise the banner. The Ravens are feeling great about themselves. The Chiefs are feeling great about themselves. They played one for the ages where Isaiah Likely's foot was too big. And now comes the rematch in Arrowhead, and the loser goes 1-3. The loser between, let me repeat this. The loser between the Ravens and the Chiefs go 1-3. And then the Ravens come home, take on Houston. Good luck figuring out them, right? I mean, C.J. Stroud
No idea.
is the avatar for the word regressed right now, and the offensive line and the lack of a running game should have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Then they got the Rams at home. And look up the history of the Rams going to Baltimore. They do well there. They put up points there. So, reasons for concern, and then there's 8. There's number 8, and then there's number 22, who's going to hold on to it more. There's number 4, who's really good. DeAndre Hopkins is making some plays as well.
Yep.
Mark Andrews showed up.
Mark Andrews, big game.
Okay.
Huge game.
They're just not used to being dominated on the line in the trenches. That you're not used to seeing. But the rest of the division, there's nobody 3-0 there that's killing it. And the only team that's above 500 in the division is Pittsburgh, who, I mean, are you writing home about them as they're getting set to head to Ireland?
No.
Okay. And what about the Bengals? Everybody sits there and thinks the season's over, except this guy sitting here. This is a hill I am standing on right now. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.